How to do, people? What's up? Now, today we're about to talk about. It's about to get real fake up in here because we're about to talk about cartoons. Yay! Okay, why I think Walt Disney will not be in Kingdom Hearts. Answer: he's already in it. Wall Yen Sid is Walt Disney backward. Everybody knows that. And then there's the rumor of the and Disney is Disney, in my opinion. Biz, that was Disney. That was Disney. Again, in my opinion. Why I think Atlantis the Lost Empire will not be in Kingdom Hearts. They will not explain why how the Atlanteans divided, or the questions that Kira asked Milo in the beginning of Atlantis the Lost Empire, which I plan to show. When did the floodwaters recede? They won't explain that. They won't explain why or how. I mean, the odds are that they aren't going to combine characters as much as we'd like to see it. It's probably going to be a single world, single frame type deal. What do you think about caffeine? We consume over 2 billion cups of coffee every week. Single world, single frame type deal. And, you know, as much as we'd all like to see that, then, you know. Let's see. That kind of explains how I think Kingdom Hearts has handled death. Everybody knows that Walt Disney was frozen, and if you look closely, every character in Kingdom Hearts thus far has been frozen other than the girl form of Sora in 258 days. Not my opinion. True fact. To kill the spirit is different than killing the actual soul. It goes back to what I said about there being a third eye. I don't know how to explain it any other way than that. I believe Disney's kind of tackling that in a very Western way. Instead of killing the people, they chose to freeze Ventress. Not kill him, they froze him. You've all seen the clip, I'm sure, that he grabs Ventress and freezes him, and Aqua holds him in her arms, and she's all sad. Yeah. That. As of now, I don't know who froze Walt Disney. Could it be the same company that froze John Wayne? Or so I've heard. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know, but what I do believe is that most definitely is that most definitely, absolutely, they convey all this in the animation of Atlantis: The Lost Empire. They try to if they were to make a Atlantis: The Lost Empire world, they'd have to explain that that would be a different Atlantis. They covered this on a special that probably can be found here on YouTube on Sci-Fi. That there was probably a division of Atlantis. It wasn't. If Atlantis were real, which it's not, and it has yet to be found, they'd have to actually explain the leeways between the worlds, which I don't think they're gonna do. To be honest, the idea of them combining worlds, which has been suggested by other fans, is a nice thought, but you have to explain the segments of the world. You know, there are still different clips of them, but there aren't like they did with Nicktoons United, different clips of them actually combining worlds. There is absolutely a clip of Heartless in Treasure Planet, the thing I'm considering Heartless, but overall, overall, if they were separate worlds, if it operated as more of a sea than the sky, if it was sea over sky, then you could kind of see the exploration view of it. But I mean, like this one guy that I watched kind of said, it would be interesting to see them do Treasure Planet, but you'd have to explain the map, and there'd actually be like, I don't know. I mean, I'm doing this because there are trailers of Kingdom Hearts now. There is a trailer of Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm kind of doing it because of that. I'm doing it. I wasn't going to explain about the Shepherd's Journal and the missing letter in Iceland and how that would imply the actual worlds actually meeting for the first time, and how Disney seems kind of against or for, depending on how you look at it, worlds combining. I'm doing this because of the trailer. It seems like they've kind of upped the Heartless factor, but it seems like they kind of do have a plan to. They do kind of have a plan to Xbox, Xbox it, import it to the Xbox afterward. Like, this isn't gonna be the end. Like, this isn't gonna be a definite end to Kingdom Hearts. It seems like they'd have a definite plan for stuff they would do. Say they would do Peter Pan and the Scarlet Coat, or Return to Neverland. It seems like they would have a definite plan to do that, but if they're going to do it, I don't know. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there there is hands down going to be a PlayStation 4, which kind of weirds me out a little, that they're going to update, the PlayStation, but I don't know. That they're going to update the Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation, but I don't know. Maybe you don't know what celebrities are going to be involved in this, and who's going to be involved, and what voices are going to be in it. Are they going to bring back the rest of the organization? I've heard that they're going to have extra members in the organization, but we don't really know. I'm still absolutely for them having a Darkwing Duck summon, but we don't know how many summons they're going to have, or if they're finally going to do the King of Dragons summon. Like I said, I tried to give a little cryptic clue as to what I think they're going to do. I think there's still going to be 13 of him. I think there's still going to be 13 of the major bad guy. I think they're going to find the clock, and they're going to have to count it backwards, as with all good clocks do. I mean, I just got back from Florida. As you can see, I had a relatively decent time. And sure as all get out, there was, yeah. My friends, My friends Evan and Lauren did stop by here. Not here, my house, but they were in Michigan. Which is kind of a big deal. And there was a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. I'm sorry if I'm putting a lot of ums in it, but there's a lot I have to think about. You know, I thought that I thought that Evan actually still went to Harrison. I tried covering for him that one time, remember? Not that Mr. Unless he still does, which call would be nice. You know, I've said that. I thought she ended up in an acting studio in Canada. I called Corbin today. Corbin, I mean, he answered, but at the same time, I wish um, he and I weren't able to get together. We might get together, and you might see him as my first guest star on, I don't know, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I'll see if I can do that. Um, yeah. Um, um, is John is John Wayne protect? Is he protected by? Is he absolutely protected by the smoking industry? And is are there clues that Walt Disney's are there clues about Walt Disney's death and the way Kingdom Hearts perceives death? I don't know. There might be, because you can't definitely say that he's leaving stuff out. You can't say that the Disney Corporation is, because they the nobodies are kind of writers, but that would that would answer the question as to what are these things in the films and why did the writers put them there. Is if they're themselves, if they're what DC Comics did for Stargirl. You know, Stargirl was an actual person. If it's that, then that answers the question that maybe they are writers, maybe the nobodies are writers, and maybe Larkine, for example, is somehow connected to why they won't put um the stone of the legend of the I think Black Fire. I don't know. Can't remember the name of the movie. Why they won't put that movie in there? Maybe it's because the kids They think it's a little too gruesome. Maybe it's because of what they're trying to do with Merlin, and they're trying to make him really see. I mean, there is no Arthur in Kingdom Hearts. There's just Merlin. There's Merlin and the 100-Acre Woods. There is no Arthur. There's just Merlin. And Merlin somehow is in Traverse Town, not actually in a separate world. He is actually just there, kind of leading to what I heard was the Stone of Merlin, because Merlin may be in charge of the summons in the new one. Maybe. We don't know what summons, I already covered that. What summons are going to be in the new Kingdom Hearts. I mean, in the original Kingdom Hearts, there's a lot of missing animation. So, I don't know. I mean, the King of Dragons animation. Does the King of Dragons animation work? If you look, there is the cheat code for the King of Dragons in the original Kingdom Hearts. Is that animation going to be part of the Stone of Merlin? Who knows? Yeah. I mean, if Shelly, if you're watching this, we're all very, we're concerned, but we're not stop our lives concerned. We're concerned. But we're not, because it's like, I'm sorry, it's like death. It's like what I'm talking about. If they're not gonna find the actual animation, you don't need to be concerned about it. I think if Lauren and Evan were keeping in touch with me, they'd be concerned too, but I don't know. I mean, one should be concerned about, one's life if one... I'm sorry, I'm watching the Lethal Weapon thing. I don't know. A single mind can be... No. Can be a lethal weapon, but at the same time... how it ties in with the Nobodies. You just... I don't know if Kristen Bell's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. If, if Lauren was a major actor, I'm sure she would, because, I don't know what happened after moving to Canada. Um, Give me a call if you find out. Um, I still haven't figured out why the nobodies are just black. If it has something to do with, if it has something to do with some westernized view of them being of one single mind and that sort of thing. I don't know. I'm watching this. Like I said, I'm watching this thing on the History Channel about your mind being one weapon. Which I absolutely believe if it were true, they could do that. They could apply enough force, and that 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 would make it. I mean, that would kind of up physics. Kind of like if I mean, it's really cool. I might post it. Because they're showing this guy slow motion in a punch, right? And if they can do that, I'm just thinking, if they can slow motion a regular punch with, they could slow motion a lot of things from Kingdom Hearts. That would be awesome too. They could actually show the heart energy. Yeah, kind of like what I've done. I mean, what I've tried to do with the X over Y stuff. You can see them walk away as as you can see them walk away as they do whatever they have to do. Yeah. So no, it's really cool. Velocity release. And that's what you can get by having a more realistic engine, because they could capture realistic movements. They could capture realistic movements. They could actually capture like people. I mean, yeah. If you've seen the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. When Sora's coming down the hill, and he jumps like a genuine person, like if they were to capture, yeah. I mean, it's one individual. One individual choosing to live, choosing to die, choosing to do whatever. I've said that before. It's your choice. If you choose to believe Walt Disney chose to bury himself, if you choose to believe he didn't, if you choose to believe they're animators, if they're just average people, it's your choice. You know? I personally believe that the organization is either programmers or they're programmers or something. I don't know. They've already found some of the they've already found some of the Mickeys in Emperor's New Groove, so that might be a world. There's a lot of speculation around that, but you know, I mean, it's gonna be fascinating to see you actually be able to go across the line and click on certain worlds, and if the worlds actually divide like they're supposed to. If it shows the worlds divide or it's going to stay as is. If you've seen the episode of The Simpsons with Buck Mitchell, you know what I'm talking about. The cowboy that was Bart's hero for a little while. He marketed cigarettes towards children. That was supposed to be John Wayne. And it shows, don't be a hero. You know, you don't go up against a guy in a bulletproof vest with just a rope and a lasso. You don't do that. You don't go diving off the cliff and expecting to live. You know,